to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Here comes the screen. Williams, his first effort, off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Won't go down. To Butler. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Jimmy Butler has got 2 shots coming. A career 83% free throw shooter. Off the mark on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw.
Oh, you've been in the gym, huh?
Williams across the timeline. They trail by 1.
Screen.
Now a steal by Philly.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Rocking the rim.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Sixers control it. Simmons to Embiid. Probing the defense. The shot almost. Can't connect.
Pick up.
To Williams. Curling inside. Williams.
Cutter, good attack.
The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Butler to Redick. Has a look. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Williams into the front court. Looking to make something happen. He drills the 3.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Redick with a shot, no good.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second-guess your shot. You've had 3 wide-open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
Jimmy Butler, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
To Redick. And a rim rocker, Joel Embiid.
I see this happen so much in the game. Just because a guy beats you off the dribble doesn't mean that you need to quit on the play. Stay in there, continue to be physical, even if you're behind the play.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Clippers have the basketball. Screen coming.
On your right.
Lays it up and in.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Butler.
Here we go.
And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one, count it. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Butler. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Beverly into the front court. It's 14-12. Here's a chance from long range. Buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
And the slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Oh, Ben Simmons. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Deep three at the buzzer, and a three-pointer at the buzzer for good measure. What a finish to the opening period. A great stretch here to start the game. We're through one at Wells Fargo Center with the Sixers on top. Jay and I return to Philadelphia after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Beverly. Simmons with it. Leads 4. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Redick to Simmons. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Oh, Ben Simmons. 3 for 3 in this first half.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA Awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Defense, let's go.
Beverly. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And hits the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. They love this hustle. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers.
Get it back.
Simmons. That's not his range. It's no good. Butler. Jimmy Butler. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called,
Flushes down the slam.
it's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
To Simmons. They'll go to Butler, down low. Beyond the arc for 3. Hits the trifecta.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Williams. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Nothing going here on that drive. Not that time. Sixers have it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Williams across the timeline. Down a bundle. Trying to cash in. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Fires the three. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
4-3. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Danilo Gallinari with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Turns and slams it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
To Tobias Harris. Oh, Ben Simmons. He's now 4 for 6.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Redick hits the three-pointer.
And there's no longer room on this court for players that cannot think on the fly. Especially in transition defense, you have to acknowledge and analyze the situation. If a guy isn't a shooter, almost jab at him and make sure you run out to the guys that are fanning out to the three-point shot. Stop that three-point shot and allow the defense to get back and maybe contest the shot at the rim for a layup.
And the Clippers have the rebound. To Williams. Has a chance. Williams' shot won't go. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Williams off the mark.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Free throws coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
First one goes down. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. To Williams. Runner's good there.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Driving right to the basket. Oh, Ben Simmons. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish. And the first half has come to an end. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Williams. And throws it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Simmons to Embiid. Count the bucket for 2.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Williams into the front court. His guys down big. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start dragging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
To Tobias Harris for three.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. And he connects on the first free throw.
That's a bucket. That's a bucket.
Knocks down the second free throw. Perfect from the line. Hits all three of them. Williams across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Into the front court comes Simmons. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Knocked loose. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Redick gets it in the right corner. To Redick. Going to launch beyond the arc. Smothering D.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. LA Clippers with the basketball. Williams. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Lou Williams, couple of free throws on the way. A career 83% free throw shooter. And he makes them both.
Good shot, good shot.
Simmons into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lou Williams. Redick. Simmons to the rim. Flushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Simmons looking for his man. Flushes down the slam.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. Butler. Wide open look, won't go. Butler buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Williams. Shot won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Buries the trifecta.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Everybody pick up. D up.
Has a look. A shot no good there by Williams. Sixers have the basketball. Goes to the right side. Redick.
Shot.
Can't get the bounce. Sizing up the defense. Count it.
Probably option 3 right there in the court, but every player is a threat. No excuse for that easy bucket.
Butler to bring it up. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. To McConnell from long range and knocks it down.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight. He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Butler to McConnell. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Here we go. We got something.
Beverly. Off the assist.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Redick to McConnell. Here comes the screen.
The screen was coming.
Shot from the lane won't go. Williams. That's good D. Shot no good.
Get your stance. He's coming. Get your stance.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul. That ends the third quarter, and a great start for the 76ers. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway.
I got ball.
McConnell fires the three, and he burns them.
As a shooter, your hands always have to be ready. Ready, meaning that your hands are always providing a target to the passer for an easy catch and shoot.
Butler, the pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Monroe
We out. Let's go.
to Butler. Flushes it home. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Here's a chance from long range
Oh, yeah, it's me and you.
to McConnell. Clippers have got it.
Self-check.
Drives, but a shot won't go down.
I got him.
McConnell. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter,
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
what a move. If you're on defense, you can't be caught flat-footed there.
Beyond the arc for three, and it's Zubats with the rebound. Nothing's gonna stop him in pursuit of the basketball. The drive right to the basket. That's no good. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
To Butler.
Yep, I got ball.
Williams. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Butler.
Match up.
And the finish, slam dunk.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Around the perimeter to Beverly. And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Fires the three. Man, that was a tough shot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
I got you. Hey, everybody get back. Get
Beverly.
Watch the shooters. Get back.
4-3. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Has a chance. Shot no good there by Gallinari. Oh, whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Hey, match up.
Even to Zubats. Huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Back.
Jimmy Butler rejects it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
To Simmons. Gets it in the left corner. For three, I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching.
Blocked away!
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Time to shuffle things up. Butler, and it's good.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Lets it fly from long range, off the iron. No good. To Butler. Now we get a call for reaching in. Intentional foul. That means free throws with under a minute to go in the game. Jimmy Butler at the line for 2 shots. His percentage right now, 57%. First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Whoa, what a finish. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither.
All right.
Sixers have it.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
Big finish at the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons to Redick. J.J. Redick. Now 4 for 9.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Add 2 points to the board. Oh, nice find for the basket. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This is